blue they said we're on minimum wage, so that's fun. Never ever ever sign up with a recruitment agency. That's a lesson learned there. And if you do, get a copy of the contract, because the contract said $10.50 an hour for 3 months on that contract. It was supposed to be delivering. Yep, postman, temporary contract, 3 months. That was what the job was advertised as. That's what I applied for. And he keeps telling us it's 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks, it was 2 weeks. It's been like 5 weeks now anyway, but out of the blue, it's like today, oh, you're on minimum wage because it's parcel sorting. That's not the job we applied for. That's not the job we signed up for. So that's why I assumed we were being paid that, and it was temporary. I thought we'd be out on deliveries, but apparently not. I applied to a different location. Now apparently they're not hired. Why did they advertise for this, and then they have 12 people there and they're all doing parcel sorting? Why did they advertise? And this is like a trick. It was a honey trap. They tricked us into thinking that, and then on the app it says $10.50 an hour. So that's like, you have to give 2 weeks notice, and then today they say, oh, we'll give you until 4th of May, $10.50 an hour. After that it's minimum wage, and it's not just minimum wage. It's like, there's nothing over 40 hours. There's no bank holiday pay. There's none of that. No perks whatsoever. So it's like they're getting all your perks, and you're getting minimum wage. It's just siphoning off people. It's disgusting. Like if you're gonna employ someone, pay them fairly. Shouldn't have recruitment agencies anyway. They're terrible. It wasn't even an agency. I applied on a job site. Just said temporary. Can't even say the name of them, or else I'll get in legal trouble. So it's just a joke, like.
Alright, I think you guys have heard enough, man. So this guy, he doesn't seem to get it. He doesn't seem to get it at all. Okay? The reality is, nobody cares. The recruitment agency is not out there to benefit you. They're out there to benefit themselves. Everybody knows recruitment agencies are out there. They prey on the desperation of individuals like yourself who need the money, and they'll take whatever they can get, and that's why you're still working there. You're still working there because you'll take whatever you can get. So you're the perfect candidate for the recruitment agencies. And the reality of the situation is, if you don't like that, then what do? You either say, okay, I'm going to become self-employed, I'm going to work for myself, start a business, whatever, or you learn the necessary skills you need to move up and get a better job and make more money. Those are the only two options. But what do? You take none of those options. You take none of those options, and you sit there and whine and complain. And that's a problem with you. That is a problem with you. You are not prepared to do what it takes to get the result that you want. So what the hell are you complaining about? You shouldn't be complaining, because the position that you're in is justified. It's justified because that's the value that you bring to the market. You bring very little value to the market. That's why you're making minimum wage. Don't you get that through your thick skull, man? Stop living in a fantasy world. Stop believing that you're a victim. He'll go on in this video. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of it. Oh, I'm a victim and blah, 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 blah. And it's not about being a victim. It's about the choices and decisions that you make in your life. You made poor decisions in your life, so you're suffering for it. I'm doing the same thing. I'm suffering. I'm still suffering for the decisions that I made. But the thing is with me is that when I left university, I couldn't get any jobs. So I decided to, okay, I'm going to make my own money. And that's the thing. You could do the same thing. But you just don't want to do it because it's going to take hard work. You don't want to put the hard work in. That's the thing. You don't want to put the hard work in so that you can benefit. You want the benefits, but you don't want to put the work in. That's a problem with people like you. People like you think that they should get what they want out of life without having to put the work in. It doesn't work like that, man. Nobody cares if you're poor. Nobody cares if you're working minimum wage. That's not their problem, that's your problem. And that's something that only you can fix. What this guy needs is a change of attitude. His attitude is terrible. A lot of you guys don't want to admit where you are. You don't want to admit that you are at the bottom of the food chain. There is a food chain. It may not be written, it may not be out there, something that you can necessarily see, but it does exist. And when you're at the bottom of the food chain, you will be exploited by the people above you. And that's why you move up on the food chain, so that you can exploit people below you. Because that's what a job really is. A job is, I'm going to exploit that individual so that I can make money off their labor. And the more money they can make off your labor, the better they're doing for themselves. Don't you get that? They're not there to be your friend, James. You know, they're not there to give you a hug and a pat on the back. They're there. Their responsibility is to make as much money off of your labor as they can as possible and legally. That's what their responsibility is. So why are you complaining about it? This is the poor man mindset. This is the loser mindset that you have. They're doing what's right for them and their family. You're not doing what's right for you. You're not doing it. I mean, you went on that Intel documentary how long ago? Even before that, even before you went on that documentary, we're talking about 2018, even, I believe. When you said that you're going to change, was that 2018? I think it was 2018. It was late 2018, I believe. We're talking about 1.5 years ago. What progress have you made in that 1.5 years? None. Just like the other guy, George's Journal, Virgin Messiah. You guys ain't making no progress, man. All you do is whine and complain. Even your own subscribers in the comment section telling you that stop whining, bro. What are you whining about? You ain't got nothing. Tell your audience what you've done in the past 1.5 years. What skills have you learned? What knowledge have you acquired? Because it seems to me like you haven't done anything. But yet you're sitting there and you're complaining. What the hell are you complaining about? It's your own fault. Stop complaining, man. At the end of the day, the blueprint is already out there of what you have to do. If you're not prepared to do it, if you're not prepared to learn the necessary skills, if you're not prepared to put your neck on the line, if you're not prepared to work 80 to 100 hours a week, like what Elon Musk said, then it's over for you. Enjoy it for the rest of your life. And you're on a temp job right now. Okay? Temporary. You're going to end up being unemployed again. You know that. And what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to end up on universal basic income. Yep. You and other guys like you will end up on universal basic income. The barest minimum, that will be what you get. Maybe £1,000 a month. That's what you will get. That will be your income, £1,000 a month. I'm just estimating. Could even be less than that. But that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to put people like you on. £1,000 a month, and that's what you're going to have to live off. Not for 1 year, not for 2 years, but the rest of your life. Because the job market is not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. The industry you're not going to be able to just walk into a job. You can't even walk into a job right now. I've said this on my other videos that if you're struggling right now, it's going to be even worse. If you're unemployed right now, if you're not working right now, if you're not making money right now, you're in big trouble. And the fact that you're on a temporary job, you're in massive trouble, James. You better take action right now, long term, not this short term crap. Taking a temporary job, that's short term. What are you gonna do with the money that you make? Are you gonna spend it to go and see that girl in Italy? Well, that's what I think you're gonna do. If the flights come back, maybe later on this year, that's what you're gonna do, bro. You're gonna spend it to get another nose transplant? Because I mean, this is the kind of guy that you are. You don't know how to manage your money. You know, you're over 30 something years old. You're still making minimum wage. I mean, what does that tell me about you? That you're a loser. And I'm not saying that to bash you. You know, people get offended by this term loser. Loser is not an insult. It's a reality of life. Anybody can be a loser. You know, anybody can be a loser because we're in competition with one another. The job market is competition. You're clearly at the bottom. You're making minimum wage. You know, so what you gonna do with that money that you're making? Not that I care, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to help people who want to help themselves, which doesn't include you. Some people may think I make these videos about these individuals to help them. Well, not really, because I don't think you want to help yourself. I think that you have that mindset of somebody should help me. Well, nobody's going to help you because nobody cares. And that's what you need to understand. Nobody cares. You need to increase your knowledge. You don't have much knowledge, and that's why you're in the position you're in. If you had knowledge, you would not be there. You lack knowledge, you lack skills. You don't have any real talent. That's why you're suffering right now. Increase your knowledge, increase your skills. That's the only way out of this. There's no other way out of this. Whining and complaining on YouTube is not going to change anything. You keep going the way that you're going, and this is not just him, this is all of you guys. Some of you guys don't have YouTube channels, but you do it in the comment sections. You know, you don't publish content, but you're in the comment sections, you're on these forums, you're this blah 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 on Twitter, blah blah blah, whining, complaining, all these socialists. You guys are gonna suffer, man. You guys are really gonna suffer, and you guys are in your 20s and 30s. You think it's bad now? Another 30, 40, 50 years, maybe even 60 years of this. It's not a joke, man. You guys know what to do, but if you're not prepared to do it, that's up to you. I know what I'm gonna do, and I'm already benefiting from it. I'm already benefiting because I'm working right now. But you guys are taking money from the government, which everybody gets it. So the people who are working, they get it, plus the money that they make it. But you guys, man, if you don't want to wake up, if you don't want to take action, that's up to you. I'm here to help the guys that do. So if you want to take action, if you want to improve your life, by all means do it. Because you're going to see the fruits of your labor. I'm already seeing the fruits of my labor. You know, some people say, oh, you know, you shouldn't work so hard, man. You should rest. Well, the fact that I worked so hard is the reason why I'm able to make more money throughout this period than I did before. So where people are signing up for unemployment, I'm making more than ever. And that's not a brag. I don't make a lot of money. I don't make a lot of money because of the choices and decisions that I made before. I should be a millionaire right now. I should be. But poor choices, bad mindset, bad habits is difficult to overcome. And that's the problem that guys like him and George are going to find themselves in. The longer you keep going, the worse it's going to be. And there's only a limited amount of time that you have. Time is limited. You can't just bounce back from anything, especially the way things are going. So the last thing is, man, stop complaining. You got to change your attitude. You got to change that attitude, and you got to change it right now. Otherwise, it's going to be a sad, sad, sad future for you. It's your Unreal Man here, the Truth and Manosphere. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you're informed every time I upload a new video.